Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're examining the most captivating mysteries of 2023. We will be including stories both solved and unsolved, including those that predate 2023, so long as they received a significant surge of interest this past year.
Well, in Chicago, they pour green in the river purposely to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
But it's not St. Patrick's Day.
It's not.
Moroccan Earthquake Lights. It's a sight straight out of a science fiction movie. Dazzling lights, varied in color and diameter, dance across the night sky. This was a sight recorded in Morocco shortly before a devastating earthquake hit the country on September 8, 2023. These lights are known, rather uncreatively, as earthquake lights, and they tend to occur right before a large piece of seismic activity. Earthquake lights have been reported for more than 1,000 years, with the earliest written account dating to a Japanese earthquake in 869 CE.
And scientists say they're real,
but they're not understood.
The phenomenon continues to baffle scientists, and numerous explanations have been put forth regarding ionization and the Earth's magnetic field.
Underneath the Earth, there's huge pressures, and you grind things against one another.
However, no consensus has ever been reached. The death of Abby Choi. A prominent influencer and model based out of Hong Kong, Abby Choi was a regular at Paris Fashion Week and appeared in magazines like Vogue. Unfortunately, both her life and career were cut tragically short on February 21, 2023, when Choi was reported missing. A search was conducted for 3 days until her body was found in the Tai Po region of Hong Kong. Choi had been the victim of a horrible crime. Her death remains unsolved, but police and investigators are actively working on the case.
Choi's ex-husband and his father and brother have been charged with murder. Her former mother-in-law has also been arrested.
As of May 2023, 7 suspects had been arrested, including her ex-husband.
All of the arrested persons have been uncooperative up to this point, making our investigation very difficult.
The Minion Sculptures. Towing the line between creepy and charming, a series of minion sculptures have been popping up in the small village of Warwick, Australia.
Question? What are these?
The minions are rather distinct, being made out of scrap metal and pipes, and they all bear rather large and inhuman eyes.
And since that period, they've been appearing a couple a week up until now, and we're now up to 24 of them. And
even creepier, or more joyous, depending on your interpretation, is that each minion is related to the property on which it stands. For example, one of the minions also functions as a plant pot, and it's been given to the president of a local gardening club.
We suspect Bucky's because his wife said, "Be careful what you wish for," and sure enough, up pops the little one.
The only clue that locals have to go on is CCTV footage showing 2 people installing one of the minions. However, they were both dressed in costumes, so identification was impossible.
No, no, I'm not making the minions, that's for sure.
Right. Why do you think people suspect you?
I don't know.
The Green Canal of Venice.
Have you ever seen the water in Venice, that colour?
Never.
Venice's Grand Canal is one of the world's most picturesque locations, attracting millions of tourists every year. And in May 2023, the world-famous canal turned green. Yep, a small spot of the Grand Canal under the Rialto Bridge turned a bright fluorescent green, inviting lots of confusion and many a bewildered onlooker.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Some suspected that climate change activists were responsible, leading police to investigate the matter. Samples of the water were also taken, and experts identified the presence of fluorescein. An organic dye used in various medical fields, fluorescein is known to turn water green and is often used in underwater construction. However, it is unclear exactly how fluorescein ended up in the canal.
The investigations are looking everywhere. The head of Venice's prefecture told us all hypotheses are open.
The Highland abduction. A brutal kidnapping story related to revenge occurred throughout 4 days of September 2023. On the morning of September 18th, one car collided into another in the city of Highland, California. The teenage driver of the hit car was swiftly grabbed and thrown into a silver Jeep Grand Cherokee, which sped away from the scene. The teen's mother then received horrifying ransom demands, claiming dire consequences if $500,000 was not delivered to a specific address in Nogales, Mexico. His whereabouts remained unknown for the next 4 days. However, the Cherokee was later identified by investigators, and they used the vehicle to track the suspects. All 3 were arrested during a raid on September 22nd, and the kidnapped teen was safely rescued. The haunted state of Texas? Have you ever been to Texas? Well, apparently, Texas is the most haunted state in America.
That we are doing this because of numerous reports of tattooed people being attacked by unseen forces here. And me taking my shirt off and showing my tattoos is garnering us evidence.
In 2023, states were ranked online by different criteria, including paranormal activity, ghost sightings, and number of cemeteries, to crown the most haunted state in the country. Texas won by a landslide, with nearly 14,000 cemeteries and 7,500 ghost sightings per 100,000 people.
What are you gonna do to me?
It also hosts a number of notably haunted locations, including the Yorktown Memorial Hospital, Austin's Driscoll Hotel, and of course the famous Alamo in San Antonio. So if you fancy yourself a budding paranormal investigator, Texas is apparently the place to be.
Samantha is one of our more famous ghosts. She was a little girl. She was a senator's daughter in the early 1900s.
The fate of Yanfei Bao. July 19th, 2023 seems to be just another day for real estate agent Yanfei Bao. Working in the city of Christchurch, New Zealand, she was scheduled to show a house and phoned her friend to inquire about the financials of a sale. But when it came time to pick her daughter up from school, Bao was nowhere to be found. Both her car and cell phone were later recovered, but Bao herself remained missing. A 52-year-old man was later arrested for kidnapping Bao and has been charged with her murder. Unfortunately, not much else is known about the case. Bao remains missing, and the trial is set to begin in October 2024.
We're now looking for where her car went after 12:30 p.m.
A rise in UFO reports. Okay, seriously, what's going on with all the UFOs? While claiming UFOs are not terrestrial in origin has always been popular in certain circles, it seems like the overall topic of UFOs is now more front and center. In July 2022, the federal government established the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, which is tasked with investigating reports and sightings of UFOs. And in 2023, Director Sean Kirkpatrick claimed that his office had received hundreds of reports, increasingly up from the previous year.
We have to go through the rigor of taking each one, matching it against our known objects and known catalogs, and then reviewing that, peer reviewing that, making sure that everybody's in agreement.
Kirkpatrick says that most of these sightings can be explained, but 2 to 4% are exceptional and require further investigation.
So we're looking down, and there's a disturbance in the water. Right next to it was this little white object that looks like a Tic Tac, and it's just above the surface of the water, and it's moving around.
The disappearance of Anna Walsh. The country watched with horrified interest as the tragic story of Anna Walsh played out through January 2023. The real estate executive was reported missing on January 4th, having last been seen on New Year's Day. Walsh's husband Brian reported her missing, claiming that she had booked an emergency flight to Washington.
She would not have left on New Year's Day for a work emergency, so I think I pretty immediately knew in my gut that that was not the case.
But police were unable to confirm if she got on the plane, leaving the country mystified. The story got even more unsettling when Brian Walsh was arrested. Brian was ultimately charged with murder, as prosecutors believe that he killed Anna.
The images showed him actually smiling or smirking, and that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. The hunt for Nessie. The Loch Ness Monster has been a worldwide sensation since it was popularized in the early 1930s. Curiosity remains high, and 2023 proved to be a busy year for the mythical monster.
Eels are 4 to 6 foot in length. It's plausible that there might be one or two that grow to extreme size.
Back in August, the Loch Ness Center and a research group known as Loch Ness Exploration conducted the largest search of the loch in more than 50 years. This included the use of infrared drones, a hydrophone, and never-before-used surveying equipment.
I don't believe in Loch Ness monsters myself, but I do know that there are some sonar contacts here which intrigue me.
And in addition, in October, the Loch Ness Center reported a new photograph which they claim is, quote, the clearest evidence this year of Nessie's existence. So, is it a monster, algae, seismic phenomena? The myth continues.
And especially when you're dealing with water, water plays a lot of tricks on you. And, it's a very difficult environment.
What's the mystery that creeps you out the most? Let us know in the comments.
These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine.